Adam Enfroy, Adamenfroy.
All right, you are the Ron Paul's MSU campus coordinator or organizer?
Yes.
All right, so how many people you have out here today?
Well, we have about, looks like 30 right now, but about 50 should be coming, so.
All right, now, where's this campaign been centered? Is there a place around campus that you guys have worked out?
We meet at this co-op on Collingwood Street,
Uh-huh.
and it has a nice living room. So we had a meeting on Wednesday, about 50 people came. We had a bunch of signs to hand out, and literature and stuff like that.
Why does Ron Paul seem to appeal so much to college-age people?
Well, I think because he's a libertarian. He has a consistent voting record that is unmatched by anybody. He speaks the truth when he talks. You can tell that he's not holding back anything. He voted against the Iraq War, voted against the Patriot Act. He wants to get rid of the IRS, end the war on drugs. He's just like the true president that we need right now when we're losing all our liberties.
Yeah. And what's the advantage for like a college student? What would they get out of a Ron Paul presidency?
Well, they'd have a future. I mean, the Iraq wars cost trillions of dollars, and we don't pay for wars when they happen. We pay for them later. We're borrowing money at interest, and we're just going to be like our kids are going to be paying for it in the future. So he wants to get out and save hundreds of billions of dollars overseas and cut the size of government, cut spending, and he's never voted for an unbalanced budget. So he could definitely help us out to be able to save the economy pretty much.
Now, one thing he wants to get rid of is Department of Education, though Department of Education does provide a lot of the student loans and grants and stuff. Do you think that would have a negative effect if that were eliminated?
You know what? I don't think it would have a negative effect. George Bush doubled the size of the Department of Education recently, and we've noticed that since that has happened, there's been a downward spiral in education. We're number 37 in the world. Ron Paul wants to give it back to the state level and the local communities, back to the local school boards, give them more control and power instead of these bureaucratic leaders that are dictating what we learn. I mean, if you look at high school classes, it's just pro-America, trust the government, don't think about anything. He'll bring it back to the local level and give more power to the actual schools.
All right. So now Ron Paul doesn't, if you look at the polls and the voting so far, it doesn't appear he's actually has a real chance as a Republican nominee. But do you think he'll have a chance as a independent?
Well, you know what? That's a trick question right there. He's ahead of, in total votes, we've only had 2 states so far. In total votes, he's ahead of both Rudy Giuliani and Fred Thompson. So he's 4th right now. Now, Iowa's 60% evangelical vote, which goes to Huckabee and Romney. Romney and McCain, everyone, all these people are pouring money and more money and more money into these early states. Ron Paul raised $20 million last quarter, just as much as Hillary Clinton. So it's up in the air. And yes, I think that he could run as an independent if he doesn't win. And I think that his support would continue.
So if he does, run as an independent, would you be his campus coordinator, continue on?
Of course, yeah. We're not stopping after this primary. I mean,
all right.
Freedom and the truth is not going to stop. There's no reason for this to stop.
Now I was talking with the campaign coordinator from Iowa. He said he said even if he didn't make it, he thought the ideals would go on. Do you think this has the strength to be the ideals?
Oh, definitely. Even if Ron Paul doesn't win, he's already won. He's opened the box. He's opened people's eyes to what's actually going on in this country. If he wasn't on the stage talking in the debates, we would have no idea. He talks about, the North American Union, which no one else brings up, or he talks about the Constitution. It's those important ideas that are going to stick with people.
Do you think the North American Union is a real thing? Because I know that's always been kind of a debate.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing?
Yes.
All right.